Hello and welcome to the show. Now, I was invited to the Silverstone Museum, which itself has a bunch of really cool cars, including this Rover, which I happen to remember, I've seen it at Goodwood Festival of Speed, makes a phenomenal sound. I do digress, though. I was there because Scalextric have got a new exhibit in the museum, which is a full-on Scalextric track of the Silverstone circuit. Yep, it looks awesome. There is no doubt about it. It's got some fantastic little details. We've got a Formula 1 car being craned away and everything. But, yeah, it's an absolutely wonderful-looking circuit, which, of course, is fully functional. You can go and drive the vehicles around here, which is, safe to say, quite a challenge. The most popular places for accidents, the end of the Hangar Straight, was a tough one to be getting right. I mean, this is a big layout here. I like to think I have a decent amount of Scalextrics and so on. I can build some funky circuits, but nothing quite like this one. That is for sure. Yeah, along with just the pure detail and whatnot of this, it is actually a good challenge to be trying to get the vehicles around. You've got Maggots and Becketts, always been a real challenge with real cars, a real challenge with Scalextric's cars. Get plenty of bumps and shots. You can carry quite a lot of speed through the first part. You can't quite carry as much speed through the second part. This is not just a case of, flat out the whole way around. You've got to be really careful with these vehicles around this circuit because, well, the cars are quick and the circuit is quite technical in places. There's the start line. I mean, it's all, of course, the Scalextric stuff. All the timings as kind of races were being done. I think it was by an iPad. That was kind of controlling it. You could see what was going on with that. But again, I love the details. I love the details of the start-finish line as the cars all shot off for their races. Yeah, plenty of vehicles fell off around here. That is for sure. And there were a couple of cars faster than others. Mercedes was very slidey. I ended up driving that one quite a lot. It was very slidey. The Aston Martin and Porsche were the ones to have. I remember from my messing around with my Scalextrics, there's always something that's that little bit quicker and whatnot. But I mean, it's great fun. It is fantastic fun driving around this. I have now got to try and convince Carly to let me have something like this because I want a big permanent Scalextric. I can just imagine what my cats would think of this. The possibilities. It would just be like a scene out of Godzilla, to be honest, running around through all the buildings, etc. I did try and shoot some stuff with slow-mo. Lighting did make a little... GoPro with slow-mo is cool. I mean, Scalextric in slow-mo is always cool. GoPro in slightly funky lighting did not quite enjoy this as much. It did have some difficulties. I'd never really shot much sort of slow-mo stuff with the GoPro. As Aston Martin getting a little bit wrong through this section. So it's unfortunately the slow-mo didn't quite come out the way that I'd been hoping it would. I had to brighten the crap out of it. But that's just GoPro for you. But it's very cool watching the cars go through here, watching the kind of change of direction that they've got through here. This time around, it would be the Porsche that makes it through nicely. Well, sort of stuck onto the same. But the lap times around here, I think the fastest lap time of the day was down to an 8.7 second lap around here. So, I mean, it's a big track. You could definitely get some speed around it if things were going well. It's a big slide from the Mercedes. That's basically what it did. It slid its way around a lot of the circuit. And of course, being the digital track, you could be changing lanes. I never had much luck with timing the old lane changes well through all of this. As the kind of session went on, as people drove more and more, in general there were less crashes. You kind of got the hang of it. There are a couple of places that are a little bit more difficult to see, because that's always the downside. From a couple of vantage points, you could see most of the track. You just had to be a bit careful in some of the corners that you couldn't quite see. The Audi having a little bit of a twist on that one. It was so easy. It was so easy to just drop the cars at places, because all it took was just a fraction too much. It's like whenever you with sketch, just a fraction too much throttle, and you have an off. It's awesome. Like, it's just like looking at all of the little details. I mean, you've got the big wing building and so on. yeah, I love the details of it. Great fun to go driving around. Good fun, challenging certainly to race around this one, and trying to get the timings right with some of the kind of lane changing was difficult. If you were in a slow car, you'd often get punted out of the way and all that. But yeah, it's awesome. It's really cool. A really fun exhibit for the Silverstone Museum. I do very much recommend going to check it out if you are around the area and so on. Oh, that's the only car I think I saw crash going on to the hangar straight just there. And because yeah, not only have you got the cool Scalextric stuff, a whole load of cool cars, a whole load of sort of interactive exhibits as well. So yeah, it was a really fun day out. Thank you very much for inviting me down for this one. That, though, is going to be it for this video. Got to end on a Porsche, haven't we? Very cool car. Thank you all very much for watching. That, yeah, shall be it. Until next time, goodbye.